What is up, Liberty fans? I'm Kenny Saintville with your NYLFTV post-game report. Coming from Portland, the New York Liberty defeat the Portland Fire 100 to 82, are now 1-1 in the Portland back-to-back games. The Liberty were led by Breanna Stewart and Pauline Astier. Let me get this straight. Rookie Pauline Astier, who has been phenomenal for the Liberty thus far. Breanna Stewart led the way with 22 points and 7 rebounds. She has scored 83 points through the first 4 regular season games. This is the most since her 2023 season, where she became an MVP. Rookie Pauline Astier has continued to light it up in Seafoam. She scored 20 points, had 3 rebounds and 2 assists, and continues to rise in the history books with some elite company. Pauline Astier has been phenomenal getting downhill, shooting efficiently, spacing the floor, and just being in the right spots. Also has been great defensively, and just doing her best performance early. Again, I know this is way too early, but we are talking about a potential rookie of the year in Pauline Astier. I was watching Candace Parker and Aaliyah Boston's podcast earlier and was so disappointed because they brought up the way too early rookie of the year conversation, and it was just the regular names. It was the Olivia Miles, the Flau'jae Johnsons. They even said AZ Fudd, who hasn't started or played a game thus yet, or scored her first buckets thus far since that recording she did tonight. So congratulations to her. And no, not casting any aspersions to them, no shade to them or anything, but Pauline Astier's name absolutely has to be on that list. But let's circle back a little bit before this game. Earlier today, the New York Liberty announced that they have extended forward Leonie Fibish, who is currently away from the team in the Spanish League, waiting to complete her fulfillment of her contract. But she will be in Brooklyn maybe sometime around midweek next week, 2 weeks the latest. Also, it was also announced today that the New York Liberty signed guard Alexandra Fowler from the Portland's women's basketball team, the first player in the WNBA to play that played for the Portland's women's basketball team, and it was so fitting that she would make her WNBA and career debut in Portland, Oregon, where it all started for her. She is the first WNBA player in WNBA history to score double figures in her season debut as a developmental player. She scored 12 points and played 15 minutes of action and shot over 50% from the field. She was just in the right spots doing what she needed to do, and got a huge shout out from the MVP Breanna Stewart for her play. Again, she is shooting the ball well. She shot the ball efficiently. She's also doing a great job on the defensive end, just staying vertical and making sure that she's not fouling. I thought her help defense was great as well, and you can just tell that she has a lot to offer to this team. A great developmental play, but a great start to her short and young WNBA career. If she continues to play like this, she will have a spot not only on this team but in the WNBA for a really long time. So congratulations and shout out to Alexandra for her play. Speaking of the bench, we do know that Coach DeMarco is dealing with some inconsistencies in the lineup. Obviously, not having Satu Sabali, not having Sabrina Ionescu, some key players within the lineups not available. However, the one consistent bright spot for Coach DeMarco and co. has been Rebecca Gardner. Rebecca Gardner scored her 500th career point in today's game, but she scored 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists off the bench. Prior to tonight's game, the first game against Portland, she was a team-high plus 11 in the plus-minus. She scored a team-high 9 points off the bench. And mind you, the Liberty got outscored 32-11 bench scoring last game, with Beck scoring 9 of those 11 points. Her consistency on both sides of the ball have been great. I think in Coach DeMarco's new offense, once they are learning their spots, where they need to cut, this is really helping her excel. Beck Gardner is a phenomenal cutter. She can shoot the ball well. She's also shooting 50, 40, 80. We're not 50, 40, 90 quite yet, but 50, 40, 80, which is still impressive. One of the first players in WNBA history to reach that 500 career point marker while shooting 50, 40, 80. So congratulations to Beck Gardner. And, we just have to highlight her for her consistency off the bench. We do know once Satu and Sab get back, things will change a little bit, especially with possibly MJ and Pauline moving back to the bench. So we'll see how that affects Beck Gardner's minutes. But we think Beck Gardner has earned her minutes, and we hope that this doesn't affect her negatively. And we look forward to continue to see her consistent play off the bench. MJ did not have her a great scoring night per se, but what she did with the basketball, the way she took care of the basketball and the way she shared the basketball, led her to a career high 11 assists, and she also had a team high in the plus minus, a career best 31 plus 31. On that plus minus. So we definitely want to highlight Maureen Johannes and her play. Even though it hasn't been as open for her, she hasn't had the start that she's had. She's averaging 21 points prior to tonight's game. But just seeing her move the ball the way that she does, especially when her shot isn't falling the way it is, just her not letting up, I think that is also a positive sign. A positive sign for the New York Liberty in general is this offense. This offensive play has seemed to be beneficial for everyone. They've the first team in WNBA history to score at least 95 plus points through the first 4 games. They've been at 114 point rating, and it looks like it's only up from there. Chris DeMarco is the first coach in WNBA history where through his first 3 games the team has scored at least 50 points going into the half. Now tonight they did not score 50 points going into the half. Actually, they only scored 14 points in the first quarter, but what I do want to highlight is throughout the final 3 periods they were able to put up 86 points and finish the game scoring right on the money on 100. So we know that this offense has its spots. Even though it started off a little slow, we know that this offense can get hot. And when it does get hot, it's going to be a problem. I think it's kind of scary to just to know that this is a small sample size and that they're still learning. So once we get a fully healthy roster, a fully healthy lineup with everybody just in their spots, knowing their roles and everything clicking, this team is going to be dangerous. One of the best teams offensively in a long time, and they can definitely make WNBA history. Speaking of WNBA history, again, we are talking about a team that continues to just show and improve. A team that is in a new stage with new players, learning a new system, and just doing a lot of different things new. But I think that's the art, and that's I think that just goes with the art of this game, and that just goes with the growing pains. And this team has a lot of growing pains to go through, but some of the problems that they have to deal with on the depth chart, knowing that you have a Satu, a Breanna still waiting to get back, those are problems that you want to have. Not knowing where you're going to get minutes for certain players, those are problems that I wouldn't mind having. And, we just want to see exactly where we're going to continue to monitor the progress of this roster. We're going to monitor the rotations and just monitor where this roster kind of moves forward throughout the season. Another thing to highlight is that the Liberty will have an entire week off after tonight. They will be heading back to Barclays, but they'll have an entire week off, which kind of is which is very beneficial to the injured players, very beneficial to the status report. Beck Allen was able to come back tonight. She played her first minutes in a Liberty uniform in a very, very long time. And obviously we'll have some ramping up to do, but it was good to see Beck Allen back out there. And obviously we are waiting for the others. We are waiting patiently for the others to get back with the team. Obviously we're waiting on Leo and Raquel Carrera to finish their assignments with the Spanish team, and obviously just waiting on health right now. So the Liberty moved to 3-1 in this short young season. And next up, I don't know off the top of my head, so I will not lie to you, but I will put a picture up on the screen just so we are all informed and up to date. Again, I am Kenny St. Ville. This is the NYLFTV postgame report. The Liberty win in blowout fashion and defeat the Portland Fire 100-82. I'm Kenny St. Ville. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you.